Hi guys, how's everyone doing? I hope you're all well. I'm starting to really actually enjoy making videos for you guys. I think when I first started doing YouTube, my plan was to like educate people and stuff. So I didn't really put much effort into actually making sure I was enjoying what I was doing. But yeah, so I was always like making plans on what information to share with you guys and that kind of thing. So that was where all my emphasis and my energy was going. Like I wasn't really putting much effort into actually making sure that I was enjoying recording the videos. But now I just try to do whatever I want. Like I try to put educative stuff out there and still be able to enjoy what I'm doing and what I'm talking about and stuff. That's why I'm not like gonna make my channel strictly social work. But anyways, today I'm gonna be talking about a new role that I've just gotten. I haven't started the job yet, but you guys are my friends, so I want to let you guys know that I've got a new job. And also I want to talk about why I got into social work. This is something that has been on my mind, and one of my subscribers recommended I do it as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Okay, so I'm going to start with why I got into social work. I got into social work because that's what my mom suggested to me. I know like it's not what a lot of people expect, because even on YouTube there's a lot of people that talk about why they got into social work, and usually when you meet people that will tell you why they got into social work, majority actually have a story. Something devastating may have happened to them and they've been pleased with the work they got from a social worker, or the support and the assistance they got from a social worker, and that's why they usually decide to practice social work so they can help others as well. But in all honesty, nothing significant in that sense has happened to me personally. But yeah, so that hasn't, there's nothing that has happened that has influenced my decision in becoming a social worker. I became a social worker because when I got out of uni, I didn't know what I wanted to do, which is I think 90% of people. Wait, did I say when I got out of uni? When I got out of high school is what I meant. 90% of people when they get out of high school are not sure what career path they want to take. I feel like at that age we're too young to decide anything. And yeah, but usually with parents and with the pressure from society and stuff like that, we end up getting into uni, and sometimes we're lucky enough to do something that we might enjoy later on, but sometimes we're not lucky and then we do something that we might not like, and then we have to go back and do something else that we might like. But anyway, it's always an experience, and it's always worthwhile having that kind of experience during uni. So for me personally, I only did social work because it was suggested by my mom. She works as an occupational therapist, so she tends to work with social workers a lot, and she told me, yeah, this is what you do as a social worker, blah blah blah. You can read more about it if you and see if you're going to be interested in it. And the reason why I did not argue with her was I was unsure what I wanted to do. Like I didn't have anything in particular that I wanted to do. I did want to go to cosmetology school, but I also wanted to do uni. So, but in uni I just wasn't sure what I wanted to study. So that's why she suggested this, and she said I can always do cosmetology school later on if I'm still interested in that after uni. So that was why I got into social work. I just wasn't sure what I wanted to get into. But yeah, but the reason that I stayed in social work is different to the reason why I did social work. So I stayed in social work because as I started studying, I realized that, oh, this is actually quite interesting. And this is actually in the line it's in line with things that I'm hoping to achieve in the future, which is helping and empowering women, to be specific. I've always had a thing where I've always wanted to have some kind of influence on women in some way, one way or the other. I just wasn't sure how I was going to arrive at that goal. So when I started practicing social work and I realized that how broad the fields are that I could get into and all that, that's when I realized that, oh, this could actually work for me eventually. So And that's why, you know, I started becoming interested in the subjects that we were studying. I started studying about the different fields that I could get into when I finished and all that. And you know, as I've gone along, I've realized that, you know, this is actually meant for me, and this is where I'm meant to be. I've always had a thing to help people, you know, to spread love and compassion any means possible, you know. And I think social work is a great way to be able to do that. And the skills that you develop, it's just crazy. Like, if you knew me when I wasn't a social worker and you know me now, you realize that my confidence and my self-esteem and my just my ability to even talk to people or even sit in front of a camera to talk to you guys has come a long way. You know, as a social worker, there's certain things that you have to learn and you have to have, you know. You usually don't have it from, you might not have it from the beginning. Some people are lucky enough to, you know, have a personality that makes it easier for them to talk to new people and build relationships and do all that. But for some people, we have to learn, and being in a field like this has helped me like massively. I can't even begin to explain. Like, I was such a timid person who, you know, I wouldn't ask questions. I would just like I wouldn't talk to anybody. I wouldn't do a lot of things just because I'm scared, and you know, I'm not sure how people are looking at me and how people are seeing what I'm doing and stuff like that, you know. I used to care so much about how whoever is around was seeing what I'm doing, you know. So when I started studying social work and I started learning, you know, how to build relationships with people and all those kind of things, it sort of helped to improve those traits in me, which is always beneficial for later on in the future when you start working and when you start even in daily life, you know, when you go somewhere you need to ask questions or you need to make friends or you need to build relationship. It's very sort of beneficial. I know I'm sort of drifting away from the question a little bit, but yeah. So when I realized that I could build these skills and I can be able to help people, and through social work I can get to a point where I'm able to influence women positively in their lives, that was why I decided to stay, because I've always felt like this is where I'm meant to be, even though I wasn't sure that I could get there through social work initially. So yeah, that's why I stayed in social work. I know I keep saying women, but if you've seen my previous videos, you know that I've never actually worked solely with women before. I've only worked with children and I've worked with asylum seekers. But, you know, I feel like it's always a process. Usually in working with women, the fields that are available are things like domestic violence and things like that, and because those fields are so intense, usually they wouldn't really employ somebody who's just come out like in the first year and stuff like that. But you know, as you get more experience, that's when you're more likely to be able to get a job in such a field. So that's why when I finished, I was open to different opportunities to work in different fields just to build on my knowledge and my experience and my skills and all that. So I did young people between 13 and 18 as a youth worker, and I did that same group as a case worker, and then I moved into asylum seekers, where I did work with women a little bit, but it wasn't solely women. It was families, it was wives, it was husbands, it was children, it was all that. And now I'm sort of I was trying to get into like a field where I would work with solely women, and God being good, I found something. So I recently found something with an organization. It's an NGO, but it's pretty big in Australia, and they do tend to work with women who are going through domestic violence. So I've actually just accepted the contract today. I was just so excited, so I was like, I have to share with you guys. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to be working with women of all ages who you know, need support in different areas, mainly domestic violence, but not necessarily just domestic violence. So my role would be to provide short-term counseling to people that are calling, to provide referrals and information and stuff like that. I'll be on intake as well, so I'll basically be the first point of call for anybody who presents to our office. And yeah, so I'll be doing counseling, short-term counseling, and intake work, and basic referrals and information about services and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what's going to be my new role. I'm not going to start till another 1 month or so. So once I've started, I'll give myself a month in the role to experience and see what it's like and what I'm required to do, what's the challenges, all that stuff. And of course, I'll be so happy to share all that information with you guys. So yeah, I think that's it. I've been talking for a while. I'm not even sure how long this video is going to be, but I appreciate you guys subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad you guys find my videos helpful. You have no idea how exciting it is for me when I get 1 subscriber. But yeah, I mean, it's a reflection that what I'm doing is making a positive impact in people's lives, or education wise, or even just for entertainment's sake. Sometimes there's always people that are going to be interested in what you're doing, no matter what it is. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys. I just wanted to put that out there. So yeah, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you have any comments or anything, of course leave it below, and I always respond to all my comments. And subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to, and you find my videos helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.